Hi everyone, I'm Laura Papetti on KREM 2 News at noon, and we begin with this. A fire in North Spokane has left one person critically injured. KREM 2's Nicole Hernandez has been tracking the story all morning long, and she joins us now on scene. Nicole.
So Laura, right now I am in the Garland District. Right now I'm on Wall Street, and Wall is blocked from right here to a block down on Post Street. We're just about 2 blocks away from the milk bottle to give you some perspective as to where we are. And right now it's blocked off, still has been for hours now after a house fire left one person in critical condition. Take a look at video from earlier this morning. You can see the scene much more active this morning than it is right now, with dozens of firefighters and detectives in the area. Spokane Fire got the call about 8:30 this morning. When they showed up, the house was on fire and there was someone inside. Firefighters were able to get them out, and that person is in critical condition at last check. Now, I talked with a woman who also lives in the house that caught fire and came home to it engulfed in flames.
When I pulled up, the entire porch was engulfed. Her front door was engulfed, and it was starting to trail uphead into like where our living room location is. But it was, just from what I've seen, it was very combustible and instantaneous with how fast it was spreading.
So first reports and calls into police and Spokane Fire show that this was potentially a fire set intentionally. Spokane Police Department say they are investigating now, that they are going to continue to work to investigate to figure out whether or not this was set intentionally and whether or not they will have a suspect in the case. We'll make sure to continue updating you throughout the day. In Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
All right, Nicole, thank you very much. We are at 12:02 right now. Thomas Patrick is standing by outside with a look at first weather. And Thomas, a little bit drizzly so far this morning. What do we have on tap for this afternoon?
Yeah, an hour ago, the rain was coming down at a pretty good clip here in Spokane. And I'll tell you what, I love the smell of fresh rain on an early spring day. It smells great, but it is not as nice as it was yesterday overall weather-wise. Obviously yesterday, perfectly sunny, not a single cloud in the sky. Today, obviously, feeling the effects of our weather pattern change. As we zoom in on Doppler radar, there's that rainfall that moved through an hour ago, but we're already on the backside of it. So probably only going to rain for maybe about an hour at any given point, as this is now sliding into areas in North Idaho. Looks a little bit more persistent now that it's beginning over Coeur d'Alene. That's heading towards Spirit Lake and Sandpoint. I'll say this, for Spokane, our chances for rain for the rest of the day are starting to get a lot lower, but it's probably going to stay looking like that and pretty cloudy. This is actually looking off to the north. There's that rainfall. It's actually starting to thin out as it is moving away from the region, but we're going to stay fairly cloudy today. If we see a little bit of sunshine, might get up to 50 degrees, but even cooler days yet still in the forecast for tomorrow and this weekend. So we'll look at that and any snow or grapple chances as well. So look for that in a few minutes.
All right, my friend, thank you. All day long, we are getting you ready for the big game tonight. Sports director Travis Green, he is in Las Vegas right now, hearing from the Zags before their matchup against the Bruins tonight.
Thursday will mark the 3rd time Gonzaga has faced UCLA since 2021. All 3 meetings have been high stakes, whether it be the NCAA tournaments or for top 25 rankings. Now, there's a bit of a rivalry brewing.
Yeah, it's been a rivalry for a lot of years, I feel like now, and it just keeps getting bigger. And every single time we play each other, it's the most talked about game, and you just gotta expect a good game at this point.
The Bulldogs and Bruins both return familiar faces.
So a lot of the same characters, so it's kind of the act 3 here within kind of a small time frame.
Except this time, the script is a little flipped. The Bruins have the experienced backcourt led by star senior guards Jaime Jaquez and Tiger Campbell.
They got 2 veterans in Jaquez and Campbell, and they're aggressive with the ball. They get to the cup, they can hit tough shots. So I think our focus is on just stopping those 2.
It's tough, but I think it's not something we didn't handle before. We went against TCU, San Francisco, many guard heavy teams. So I think if we do what we did against those teams, I feel like we should be okay or right where we want to be.
The last time these two met in Vegas, Gonzaga led by 20 points at halftime. The Zags have started the past 2 tournament games slow, though, having to make second-half comebacks. They're hoping they can replicate what happened in 2021 rather than the most recent games.
I think a good start, definitely helps out as far as team morale and kind of just playing from ahead maybe. But I don't think we expect to be up 20 at half this game. You know, I'm sure it'll be nice, but I'm sure it'll be a hard-fought game. But definitely getting out to a good start will help. But I think it's all about the finish in these games.
Gonzaga will look to make it 3 wins in a row over the Bruins come Thursday night. Reporting inside T-Mobile Arena, Travis Green, KREM 2 Sports.
All right, Travis, thank you. And Gonzaga's opponent in the Sweet 16 is one they are very familiar with, as we've been talking about. The last 2 times the Zags faced UCLA, also talked about, they walked away with wins, including that thrilling game in 2021. But the Bruins say this is a new year and a new team.
It's hard to compare a game, you know, from a year ago or even when we played them before that, because we have a whole new team. They have a whole new team. Obviously, there's still some guys that were there, just like we have. But, you know, we're going into this game not worried about the past ones and just trying to get a win.
Of course, both teams gearing up for what should be a fierce matchup tonight.